the good,
the bad,
and the ugly of Dubrovnik.
So we traveled all throughout Croatia for 6 weeks, and we spent one of those weeks in Dubrovnik.
You know, we have some disagreements on Dubrovnik. I don't need to go there again, but I'm really glad I went.
I really loved it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would we each rate Dubrovnik? We haven't talked about this yet. So I'm gonna hold mine up over here so she can't see it. And on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Really?
Yeah. So one thing we absolutely loved doing was walking the city walls. I would say that was my top attraction that we did.
Well, second top attraction. I loved the city walls. Our kids loved the city walls.
We were there for hours.
The city walls go around the old town, and it's I think it's a 3-kilometer walk on top of the walls. So you're looking down into the city, but then you can also see out into the ocean. You can see the islands.
And parts of it are like on a cliff, so you're looking down.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. The old town is almost so perfect that it doesn't seem real. Every corner you turn is just, you're like in awe of the structures and everything around you that is like photo worthy.
As odd as this may sound, I felt like it was too perfect. I felt like nobody lives there anymore.
Kind of the case.
It is kind of the case. The old town's mostly been converted to Airbnbs, which is, in my opinion, takes away from the charm.
I just love how the old town was so like in character too. Stone walls, stone floors, stone everywhere with flower pots and medievally. I don't know if that's a word or not.
It is now.
I loved exploring and walking through all the alleyways, and there's so many details, and it was just so beautiful and lovely.
One of the things I loved about the old town was that there's no cars allowed.
Yep.
Which is
like
really convenient when you have 3 little kids that like to run around.
Mm-hmm.
A trip to Dubrovnik is not complete without visiting some of the islands that surround the area. The nearest one to Old Town Dubrovnik is Lakrum, which means...
Bunny? Rabbit?
That's right.
Bunny rabbit?
Bunny rabbit.
I think it's just rabbit.
Like
Rabbit Island.
There used to be rabbits and monks. Now there are no rabbits or monks.
Just a throne.
Yes, that's one of the allures of Lakrum Island, is that you can sit in the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones, which, here's a picture of it. Wah, wah.
You pay a small fee to take a boat, a ferry.
What's the difference between a ferry and a boat?
A ferry transports you from one place to another.
But it was a boat.
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's so much to do there. There are several beaches. There's a playground. Not a cathedral.
An old
monastery. An old monastery.
Yes. Peacocks.
Lots of peacocks.
Beautiful peacocks.
And a saltwater lake.
Yes.
That was neat.
We
With
had
sea urchins in them and sea anemones.
We are at a lake full of salt water, and we think the salt water is coming from that cave. The cave is probably connected to the sea, and the cave is having water flow in and out into this lake of salt water. And come explore with us.
And a peacock came and kind of looked like it was going to attack one of our sons. So that was exciting. We went to a beach on the island. It was kind of a cove. It was calm.
Shallow.
The kids were able to wander around out there. I took this beautiful picture of Graham. I'm just going to show up in the video.
Another top thing to do would be to go to the top of Mount Sur. We decided to drive versus doing the cable car, because the cable car was pretty pricey for like a 2-minute ride. But we did the sunset up there and it was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I took one of my favorite pictures ever from Mount Sur at sunset.
We were in Dubrovnik during mid-May, and we thought that since it was not peak season yet, it would be nice and mellow and not too many people around, but
wrong.
We were wrong.
The cruise ships. Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't consider cruise ships. When those cruise ships dock,
run. Yeah.
It is crazy the number of people
Thousands.
that just flood in there. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So it's like that for a few hours. They all come, they eat ridiculous amounts of gelato, and then they leave, and then town is sane.
It's peaceful again.
Once again.
Yes.
Obviously Dubrovnik is right up against the ocean, and where there's oceans, there's typically beaches. But in Dubrovnik, that whole region is on a very cliffy hillside, which means
stairs.
And then once you get down to the beach, they're beautiful, but they are not sandy, or none of the beaches we went to were sandy.
Right. But the water was gorgeous and so clear.
The scenery.
So blue, and it's gorgeous, like beautiful all around.
So this begs the question, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would we each rate Dubrovnik? 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Really?
Yeah.
We both are a 7? I thought you were going to be a 10.
Well, no. I really love Dubrovnik, but we went to so many other places in Croatia. If I had to go back, I would choose to go somewhere else. Even though I love Dubrovnik so much, I'm so glad we went there and had the experience. There's other places that are just as amazing.
That aren't as crowded.
That aren't as crowded and maybe have more of a small village vibe.
That was genuine shock. If you like and subscribe, I'll bet we'll make a video that talks about the places we love the most. Stay tuned.